Apple Valley News now at 6. A racially and sexually tinged incident aimed at a Prosser High School athlete. Tonight, the penalties against Selah High School and 2 individual students. And keeping the community safe, arrests in armed robberies in Kennewick. Police say the suspects are just 12 and 14 years old. Plus,
that's when I thought it was a scam because it sounded too good to be true.
Excitement for the winner of the Mid-Columbia Duck Race after receiving a new set of wheels.
And it's a beautiful fall evening here in Richland. Lots of sunshine. We're at Goosewood Winery. We'll have more about that coming up. Apple Valley News now at 6 starts right now.
This is Apple Valley News now at 6 on your side.
Good evening and thanks for joining us. I'm Alyssa Warner. The Selah School District is now under sanctions from the Central Washington Athletics Conference League after Selah's students made racial comments toward a Prosser High School athlete during a varsity volleyball match at Selah High School last month. Apple Valley News Now's Emily Goodell spoke to the superintendents at both the Prosser and Selah school districts about the incident and what steps are being taken to make sure this doesn't happen again.
No more Prosser athletes traveling to Selah. Selah student fans banned from Prosser High School athletic events, all due to the behavior of Selah student fans at a home volleyball match against Prosser on September 28th.
Using racial slurs or vocabulary word choices that had racial connotation to them, as well as there were issues of sexual connotation and poor sportsmanship.
All targeting an athlete on the Prosser volleyball team, who their superintendent says were shocked.
It felt horrible. It's just inappropriate. It's unfair.
Selah Superintendent Kevin McKay issued a public apology to Prosser the following day, saying the district is appalled by the behavior of some of its student spectators during the varsity contest, in which racial comments and inappropriate remarks were directed from the crowd toward a participant on Prosser's volleyball team.
I spoke with McKay over the phone, and while he didn't want to be on camera, he did tell me that disciplinary action has been taken against the 2 students involved, and that while they have a blanket policy not to discuss the particulars about that type of disciplinary action, he says in this case, the discipline does reflect the seriousness of the situation.
As a result of their investigation, CWAC issued sanctions against Selah School District, which they appealed to Yakima Valley Interscholastic Activities Association District 5.
Some of the modifications to the initial sanctions may have not been our dream or our hope. We were accepting of those modifications.
The end result, 6 sanctions against the district. 1, Prosser athletes will not travel to Selah for indoor sports for the rest of the year.
We're not going to them, so it'll be their responsibility to find a neutral location.
2, depending on the sport, Selah must send either a building level supervisor or an administrator to oversee athletic contests. 3, student fans from Selah High School banned from going to any athletic contests at Prosser High School through the fall and winter seasons. 4, Selah High School put in place a self-imposed 1-game ban for student fans at the home volleyball and soccer games on October 10th. 5, a complete redo of the seating arrangements for home games, with the student fans restricted to their team's half of the court for the rest of the season. And 6, Selah required to update CWAC on their sportsmanship plan throughout the season.
I think what we're just asking for is just to stop. Mr. Kevin McKay, their superintendent, and I have a strong working relationship. We're very focused on the same end result, and that is student safety. We just need them to follow the sanctions and help to make the environment safe for all students,
regardless of what school they're from. In Selah, Emily Goodell, Apple Valley News Now.
Now, if you want to learn more about what the superintendent said, you can find our story online after this newscast. That'll be on our website, applevalleynewsnow.com. And of course, we'll continue to follow up as we learn more. In Kennewick, 3 boys have been arrested and booked into the Benton County Juvenile Justice Center. They're facing charges of robbery. Yesterday, a search warrant was executed at a home in the area of West 4th Avenue and Vancouver Street. Authorities blocked off streets in an effort to find and arrest the boys accused in the crime, identified as a 12-year-old and 2 14-year-olds. The robberies happened October 5th and October 10th at the Circle K gas station on West 4th Avenue. Now, authorities say in at least one of the robberies, a gun was used and the boys took cash and vape pens. Commander Aaron Clem with the Kennewick Police Department says 2 of the boys were found and arrested during the execution of the search warrant, but he said it would take several more hours before it was all wrapped up.
Based on additional follow-up from our investigations division, we identified a 3rd suspect and located him. And then later in the evening, we were able to take him into custody as well.
Commander Clem says they found evidence at the Kennewick home, including stolen property. Now, the robberies remain under investigation as of tonight. All 3 boys are charged with 1st and 2nd degree robbery. Let's switch gears here a little bit. It's a nice fall evening in the Tri-Cities after some rain yesterday. Cooler today than we've been getting used to, but we're talking about a warm-up. Stacy Lee joins us live from the Goose Ridge Winery Fall Market in Richland.
And it's been a beautiful night here at the fall market at Goose Ridge Winery. And if you didn't know, we're getting into fall, and that's when they start to harvest the grapes. This is a little bundle of Riesling that's in this vineyard right behind me. So Goose Ridge has its own AVA in the area, and well, we're celebrating today as the folks are just getting ready to harvest these fine grapes and make the next year's vintage of wine. So again, the event is happening here at Goose Ridge Winery in Richland. The event goes till 8 o'clock tonight. There's live music. It's family friendly. There's tons of vendors, food trucks, and a ton to see and do. Plus, you can go sample some of the great wines that are being produced here at Goose Ridge Winery. So again, come check it out. Beautiful evening. The sun just getting ready to go down. So grab a coat if you're coming on out to the event tonight, because it's going to cool down after that sun goes down. Let's talk about what's coming up in the weather.
Well, tonight we're going to have clear and cool conditions, mostly clear skies, a few clouds lingering around, more increasing clouds on Friday, which could bring a few showers to the area and impact our chance of seeing the solar eclipse. Slightly warmer on the weekend and more rain coming our way next week. Let's take a look at those conditions tonight. Again, those temperatures sliding down into the lower 40s tonight, so a little on the chilly side. Grab your coat out the door. But look at tomorrow. We're going to see partly sunny skies with temperatures close to 70 degrees. In Yakima, again, a chilly night tonight with temperatures dropping down into the lower 40s, climbing up to the mid 60s tomorrow with partly cloudy skies throughout the day. I do want to let you know there's a freeze warning tonight in Wallowa County. It could be dangerous to crops or sensitive plants and could see damage to water pipes. So be aware of that tonight if you live in the area. Planning your day tomorrow, again, a little bit chilly out the door. Temperatures close to the 60s there by noon and near 70 degrees by the afternoon. That's taking a look at your first alert forecast. We'll have more on the way. Alyssa?
Thanks, Stacy. We'll check in with you in a bit. Now, a health alert tonight. Family Dollar is recalling some of the over-the-counter medications and other products sold in 23 states, including Washington and Oregon, up until just last week. The FDA says a long list of products were stored at hotter or colder temperatures than they should have been, then sold in stores between the beginning of June and the beginning of October. Now, the list of recalled products includes everything from painkillers, cold medicine, and vitamins to toothpaste, even pregnancy tests. You can find that entire list by visiting fda.gov. And multiple feminine hygiene product makers now banding together to reimburse customers for the sales tax they paid on products. The brands in the partnership include things like August, Cora, Lola, a company called Here We Flow, Salt, and Diva. Now, shoppers who bought products in-store or online from those brands can submit their receipt through tampontaxback.com. Women's health advocates have argued for years that menstruation products should be sold free of sales tax. The Federal Reserve may raise interest rates again before the end of the year. That's according to the minutes released from last month's Federal Reserve meeting. Per that information, a majority of the Fed officials said another increase would be appropriate. A minority of them did not think it was necessary. But it all depends on how inflation responds to the previous interest rate hikes. Financial markets currently count on the Fed leaving interest rates unchanged in next month's meeting, with the possibility of a December increase. Now, the Federal Reserve's key lending rate is still at a 22-year high. And consumer price inflation rose last month higher than expected, according to the Bureau of Labor Statistics. Year-end gas prices year-high gas prices kept inflation up. The Consumer Price Index jumped 3.7% for the 12 months that ended in September, which was slightly ahead of economists' expectations. On a monthly basis, inflation rose 0.4%, and economists had expected a slightly smaller gain there as well. Core CPI, which leaves out gas and food expenses, actually dropped for the 6th month in a row, but year over year was up 4.1%. And the Social Security Administration says benefits will increase just over 3% in 2024. That should mean an additional $50 per month for most people. It's much smaller than the almost 9% increase that Social Security recipients got at the beginning of this year. But the government calculates those changes to benefits based on inflation. It is a golden night of television right here on Apple Valley News Now. The Golden Bachelor airs at 8. Of course, you can join in the fun at our Golden Bachelor viewing party in the Tri-Cities. Stacey Lee will be there as well. It's tonight at Twig's Bistro and Martini Bar in Kennewick. And all eyes on the silver screen this weekend in Richland. We'll talk about the Tri-Fi Film Festival featuring several local films, plus an emergency on the open ocean, the video showing a Coast Guard rescue miles off the Washington coast. And Big Business in Eastern Washington, a weekend event, celebrates the history of farming. Plus, we'll go back live to Goose Ridge Winery in Richland, where Stacey Lee is tracking your first alert forecast. That's all ahead on Apple Valley News Now at 6.
It's the ultimate ladies' night out at Twig's Bistro and Martini Bar as Apple Valley News Now hosts the official Golden Bachelor watch party tonight. Get awesome food and drinks, plus win great prizes as we all watch Tri-City's own Faith Martin compete for the Golden Bachelor.
I'm Gary. I'm your first Golden Bachelor.
The official Golden Bachelor watch party tonight at Twig's Bistro and Martini Bar in Columbia Center. From Twig's Bistro and Martini Bar, Active for Life, and Apple Valley News Now.
Flooring is not forever. Are you tired of stains, traffic patterns, chips, dents, scratches, and the smells? Shop for the perfect flooring for your life, whether you need carpet, laminate, or hardwood. Great Floors is here to help you reinvent your space. We are celebrating Karastan Month in October by offering incredible discounts on Karastan carpet and hardwood flooring. Ask about our in-house 0% 12-month financing. Visit a Great Floors today and spend the winter on Great Floors.
Every day is different here at Ben Franklin Transit. With over 400 vehicles ranging from vans to 40-foot coaches, it takes a skilled workforce to keep our fleet running smoothly. We're looking for mechanics and equipment service workers to join the Ben Franklin Transit maintenance team. With unmatched benefits and generous paid time off, we care about our employees on and off the lot. If you're interested, please apply online at bft.org/careers and join the team that keeps the Tri-Cities moving.
If you want to lower stroke risk from AFib, not caused by a heart valve problem, there's a better treatment than warfarin. Eliquis. Eliquis reduces stroke risk and has less major bleeding.
Don't stop taking Eliquis without talking to your doctor, as this may increase your risk of stroke. Eliquis can cause serious and, in rare cases, fatal bleeding. Don't take Eliquis if you have an artificial heart valve or abnormal bleeding. While taking, you may bruise more easily or take longer for bleeding to stop. Get help right away for unexpected bleeding or unusual bruising. It may increase your bleeding risk if you take certain medicines. Tell your doctor about all planned medical or dental procedures.
The #1 cardiologist-prescribed blood thinner. Ask your doctor about Eliquis.
Sleep Shop and Furniture has expanded. To celebrate, all living room furniture is up to 35% off. A queen-size gel mattress for only $399 on hand with immediate delivery. Up to 18 months seamless cash and no credit financing available. Quality furniture, affordable prices.
A successful real estate transaction requires a team of professionals. At Windermere, our team consists of experienced realtors to guide you through the process. With Windermere on your side and confidence in your real estate journey.
If people don't have a personal experience with hunger, they're not sure who our neighbors in need are. It ranges from babies all the way up to elders. So the Hometown Food Drive is an annual collaborative event that our food bank and so many others have come to really rely on because we're able to serve so many more people. What you drive can drive change in the community.
See all our new vehicle specials, like on the new Mazda CX-90 at McCurleyMazda.com.
Portions of Apple Valley News Now, sponsored by Lord's Health and Trios Health, making communities healthier.
Well, check this out. New at 6, video showing the Coast Guard making a rescue dozens of miles from the Washington coast. The Coast Guard says an air crew from Air Station Astoria rescued 2 Canadian men from a sinking sailboat. Video shows what the Coast Guard rescue crews faced as a swimmer was lowered into the water, then got to the boat to make the rescues. That happened this week, 80 miles from the coast of Neah Bay. Now, the Coast Guard says both men are in stable condition. Looking locally, the Tri-5 Film Festival is celebrating its 15th annual event this weekend, showing dozens of movies created by filmmakers from all over the world. The festival starts Friday, taking place at the Uptown Theater in Richland. The president of the film festival says these films cover a wide range of genres, from sci-fi, thrillers, comedies, and even a few locally produced films as well. And the festival is growing. More than 200 tickets have already sold for the event, which is more than all of the tickets sold through the festival last year.
We've seen a substantial increase in interest in the film festival. I think we can owe a lot to that, to the Richland documentary that will be screening Friday and Sunday. And we're very grateful to Irene, the director, for allowing us to show that. A lot of local talent was used in the film, and so that drew a lot of interest.
Now, our Jill Sperling spoke with the director of Richland, and we'll have a more in-depth look at the film coming up for you tomorrow on Good Morning Northwest. That starts at 5 o'clock tomorrow morning. It's a celebration of farm history this weekend at the Central Washington Agricultural Museum in Union Gap. Agricopia gives families the chance to check out a vintage sawmill, to see how horses were used for plowing fields, and to try out a mini excavator. There'll also be wagon rides and pumpkin decorating.
It really comes down to remembering our past. Yakima Valley was built on agriculture, and we celebrate that where we are today is because of how hard they worked yesterday.
So all the fun starts Saturday and Sunday at 9:30 in the morning. Admission is free, but if you can make a donation, those help support the Central Washington Agricultural Museum.
From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Stacy Lee.
All right, we're here at Goose Ridge Winery, the Fall Market 2023, and with me is Cheyenne Pratt. She is the events manager. Cheyenne, tell us a little bit about the Fall Market, and this is the second year, right?
Yeah, so this is our second Fall Market. We started with a winter market a few years ago, and we've just grown immensely since then. So tonight we've got 23 local vendors out here, 8 food vendors. We've got a giant pumpkin carving. It's almost 800 pounds, a live carving. It's family friendly, so people bring their children out and listen to live music and shop the vendors, and it's a great way for us to introduce our wine and spirits to people. We've got Munch and Rants Distillers that we're introducing to people, and it's just a great way to get the community out and have some fun time together.
And if you don't like wine, they have cider, is that right?
Yeah, hard cider, spirits. We've got all the options to make everyone happy.
All right, so there you go. The event going till 8 o'clock tonight on a beautiful fall night here in the Columbia Basin. Richland, you brought it out, lots of sunshine. And again, the sun has just set. Those temperatures are starting to cool down. Let's take a look at temperatures going forward.
All right, well, the good news moving into the weekend is we're going to see temperatures just slightly warmer than we first thought earlier in the week. We'll be slightly above that average with fairly nice temps over the weekend in the mid-70s there in the Columbia Basin, then decreasing as we head into next week, and we have another frontal system coming into the area. Yakima again gradually gets up to just slightly above average into the weekend and then cooling back down. So temperature-wise, we're going to be sitting right around the averages as we head through the next several days. Let's take a look at our satellite and radar. That ridge of high pressure has moved in over the area. Most of the active weather now headed towards the Midwest, but there is another system brewing out on the Pacific, and that could slide in as early as Friday afternoon, evening into Saturday morning. Here's what our next 3 days look. Again, the active weather there in the Midwest. There's that frontal system kind of sitting out, pushing in off the coast. And again, it looks like it's going to bring most of those showers to the west side of the state, possibly the Yakima and Kittitas Valley. Valley, so on the east slopes of the Cascade. But otherwise, we'll probably stay dry here going into the weekend into the Columbia Basin. Futurecast, again, we have a easterly flow of winds through the evening tonight. Winds are nice and light out there. As we move through the night, you'll start to see those clouds building into tomorrow. This is noon. That's when we'll start to see that overcast, cloudy conditions moving in, and those showers sliding across the Cascades. Again, looks mostly like Yakima and Ellensburg could see a few raindrops tomorrow afternoon. As we get into our Friday night, there's a slight chance of a stray shower coming through the Columbia Basin and Tri-Cities. Saturday morning, now this is about the time of the eclipse, around 9 a.m. There might be enough clearing to possibly see it, but it's not looking real good. We're expecting overcast conditions, and again, more showers possible on Saturday night. If you do want to catch that eclipse, you probably want to head to Central Oregon, south of Bend, somewhere in that region, and you can probably get a pretty good view. But again, I don't think the clouds are going to cooperate for this solar eclipse. Let's talk about those gusty to breezy winds. They're not looking too bad this evening, pretty light. As we get into our Friday morning, you'll see some light breezes, a little windy in the Hanford Reach area for those fishermen out on the Columbia River. We'll see those winds picking up along the foothills of the Blues tomorrow at 4 p.m. Slightly breezy in the Yakima and Kittitas Valley. Getting into our Saturday morning, that's when we'll see those strong gusty winds in the Columbia Basin. The good news is those winds will start to decrease as we move through the day. By about midday, we'll start to see relief from those breezy to gusty winds. Let's take a look at those temperatures overnight tonight. Again, on the chilly side, there is a freeze warning in Wallowa County tonight. Again, could see some freezing to pipes and possibly to sensitive plants and vegetation. Let's take a look at our temps tomorrow. Again, warmer. Look at those 70s return to the foothills of the Blues. 70 Tri-Cities. We're in the upper 60s in Yakima and the Kittitas Valley. Planning your day into the weekend looking pretty good, although overcast and not going to be real favorable to view that eclipse. Tri-Cities a little bit warmer over the weekend. I'm liking the looks of those temperatures in the 70s and the overnight lows not too chilly. In Walla Walla, however, we'll see again those overcast conditions once again Friday night into Saturday with nice warm temperatures into the 70s. Stay with us. We've got more on the way. Alyssa?
Thanks, Stacey. And we want to bring you developing news right now. Kennewick Police says a BNSF train is experiencing a system failure and it's stalled on the tracks. That's blocking both directions of the track on Edison Street near Meadowline Avenue in Kennewick. It's right by Kamiakin High School, for those of you familiar with the area. Police say you should use alternate routes because right now they don't have an estimated time for when that train will be running again. So we'll be keeping our eyes on this and hopefully bring you an update later this evening. Now, still ahead tonight, it's a story that hopefully will make you smile. The winner of the Mid-Columbia Duck Race couldn't believe their ears when they learned what they'd won. We're talking about that next as you're watching Apple Valley News Now at 6.
Here, freshly made grizzly bear tracks. Survival, it's not guaranteed. Good thing I got my Ford Bronco Sport, because it goes over any terrain.
Get a great deal on a Bronco Sport, only at your local Ford dealer.
The White Card, a powerful resource for former Hanford and DOE employees. If you worked in the area and have come down with cancer, lung disease, Parkinson's, or renal failure, you may be eligible for financial compensation and healthcare services. A simple phone call can get the process started. Atomic Home Health. Don't wait. Call today.
My mom hired a bath fitter to make me a new bath. My friend Jimmy said that when he got a new bath, it took forever. Jimmy didn't have to take a bath for a month. I didn't even get to miss one bath. It's just not fair.
Bath Fitter will remodel your bath in as little as one day. We've got over 2 million satisfied customers and 35 years experience. Call now or visit bathfitter.com for a free in-home consultation.
Give yourself that new car feeling with a detail from ProClean Auto Detail Systems. Details start at just $125 and we'll make your car look and feel like new. Gift certificates are available. Forget the rest and come to the best. ProClean Auto Detail Systems.
Welcome back to Sam's Hot Takes. What's hot now? Spectrum One Stream. It's internet, unlimited mobile, advanced Wi-Fi, and this Xumo Streambox free with Spectrum TV. It makes searching for shows and movies across live TV and streaming apps easy. It's streaming simplified.
Get internet for $49.99 a month, plus advanced Wi-Fi and your first line of unlimited mobile free for 12 months. Plus add Spectrum TV and get a free Xumo Streambox for 12 months. Call 833-788-4999. Visit Spectrum.com or stop by a Spectrum store today.
In 2014, Benton County
County voters passed an initiative to fund law and justice efforts. This allowed police departments to increase staffing, improve officer retention, reduce backlog in the justice system, fund gang prevention, fund drug court, fight sex trafficking, and improve the quality of life in our communities. Continue to keep Benton County safe. Vote to approve Proposition 1.
Our customers depend on us for everything. We grow well over 200 different crop varieties, and there's tremendous diversity within our trade territory. We spend a lot of time and work a lot with our customers on enhancing and utilization of the products that John Deere offers. From a technology perspective, we do what we say every single day.
Here, freshly made grizzly bear tracks. Survival, it's not guaranteed. Good thing I got my Ford Bronco Sport, because it goes over any terrain.
Get a great deal on a Bronco Sport only at your local Ford dealer.
Welcome back. The Rotary Mid-Columbia Duck Race raised more than $175,000 this year, selling more than $17,510 tickets with a chance of winning a new truck. Well, today the lucky grand prize winner got the keys to her 2023 Toyota Tacoma SR 4x4. She says it's been a long time since she's gotten a new car, and the news came as a big surprise.
Actually, the day of the race, I was working and Rick Brow left me a voicemail, and that's when I thought it was a scam because it sounded too good to be true, even though I knew the race was going on. So that was very exciting and unexpected.
Now, the Duck Race is a partnership between a half dozen local Rotary clubs. They split the money raised, which is then donated to charity. Children and social media. 2 states are taking action to try and keep children safe. That's new tonight at 6:30. But first, Stacey Lee has your reason to smile.
And that's right, your reason to smile. A photo from Shelley Brinkley of Kennewick was up at Paradise in Mount Rainier and caught those beautiful fall colors. Good job, Shelley. Remember, if you'd like to see your photo featured on Reason to Smile, all you need to do is get outside, snap one, and send it to slee@applevalleyNewsNow.com. It's right there on your screen. Your Reason to Smile is brought to you by West Richland Family Dental and Prime Dental in Pasco.
Portions of Apple Valley News Now, sponsored by Lord's Health and Trios Health, making communities healthier.
Every day is different here at Ben Franklin Transit. With over 400 vehicles ranging from vans to 40-foot coaches, it takes a skilled workforce to keep our fleet running smoothly. We're looking for mechanics and equipment service workers to join the Ben Franklin Transit maintenance team. With unmatched benefits and generous paid time off, we care about our employees on and off the lot. If you're interested, please apply online at bft.org/careers and join the team that keeps the Tri-Cities moving.
Honey, that was my brother. Can we bring him dinner tomorrow? He's been having a hard time since his accident.
Of course. I know it's been tough. There's so many costs that his insurance doesn't even cover.
I know. The ramp to his front door, transportation, meal preparation. What if something happens to one of us?
We should plan to sit down soon. We can look through the long-term care benefits that we're earning with WA Cares.
Find out how the WA Cares Fund can help.
There once was a famed country music philosopher named Joe Diffie who said, if it weren't for trucks, we wouldn't have tailgates. So this got me thinking, if we didn't have tailgates, we wouldn't have tailgate parties. And I'm pretty sure if we didn't have tailgate parties, we probably wouldn't have football. And if we didn't have football, well anyway, I'm just thankful for tailgates, that's all. Here's to a great tailgate season. Come see us today and feel the power of Pingree.
If your family is anything like this, you need quality floors from Empire Today.
Like durable carpet with built-in stain and pet protection.
Tough wood laminate with a scratch-resistant finish.
Or waterproof vinyl plank floors. Even bath time is no match.
And when life happens, Empire backs every floor with great warranties. Quality floors you can count on.
Save $350 on your next project. Call this special number now.
1-844-254-8536.
If you've been considering updating your kitchen or bath countertops, be sure to attend the Costless Carpet Annual Slab Sale. This Saturday, Costless Carpet designers and fabricators will be on site. Every in-stock slab is on sale, with select slabs marked down up to 50%. Choose from a huge selection of quartz, marble, and granite slabs. Fabricators will only be on site this Saturday from 9 to 5. So write in your plans and drawings for instant savings. Find your nearest Costless Carpet at costlesscarpet.com.
If you want to lower stroke risk from AFib, not caused by a heart valve problem, there's a better treatment than warfarin. Eliquis. Eliquis reduces stroke risk and has less major bleeding.
Don't stop taking Eliquis without talking to your doctor, as this may increase your risk of stroke. Eliquis can cause serious and, in rare cases, fatal bleeding. Don't take Eliquis if you have an artificial heart valve or abnormal bleeding. While taking, you may bruise more easily or take longer for bleeding to stop. Get help right away for unexpected bleeding or unusual bruising. It may increase your bleeding risk if you take certain medicines. Tell your doctor about all planned medical or dental procedures.
The #1 cardiologist-prescribed blood thinner. Ask your doctor about Eliquis.
Who is Culligan? Your local water experts since 1936. The world's most efficient water softener. Safer drinking water in every glass. Convenient, reliable delivery. Industry-leading technology. Here for every water worry.
One ticket to win it all. The winning ticket for the second biggest Powerball jackpot in history was sold at a liquor store in a small town outside Los Angeles. So far, that buyer has not come forward, but we know the store will receive a $1 million reward for selling the lucky ticket. Now, the November general election in Washington is under a month away, and Franklin County Fire District 3 has a levy lid lift on the ballot. They're going to hold public meetings to talk about it. Worth looking ahead to that schedule. Plus, the state of education. Tonight, we're sitting down with the superintendent of the Kiona-Benton School District. The news at 6:30 starts right now.
This is Apple Valley News Now at 6:30 on your side.
We are continuing our sit-down interviews with local superintendents regarding the issues that school districts face. We're asking the most important things are to school districts and what problems the education systems are facing. Apple Valley News Now's Riley Fitzgerald spoke with Kiona-Benton School District Superintendent Pete Peterson.
What are some of the goals for the Kiona-Benton School District for the 2023 to 2024 school year?
I think one of the biggest goals is trying to refocus around Kaibe as a community and as a school system within the community. We're taking very important steps to recognize that our kids don't necessarily look like other kids, either up or down the valley or in the Tri-Cities, and making sure that we're affording them the best opportunities for our kids. So trying to design some programming and some opportunities that may not exist in other places, but our kids have a need. So we're trying to focus on that a little more this year.
Gotcha. And what are some of the challenges that this school year is bringing?
To be honest, this school year has started off, knock on wood, as well as a school year has started in quite a while. As I talk to other superintendents and other school personnel around the region, around the state, we're getting a lot of the same things. Kids have fallen back into a routine. Last year was really the first kind of go back to real school post-COVID, and it had its own unique set of challenges, as a lot of people will tell you from last year. This year, things were a little more known, and so expectations for kids have been higher, and the kids have jumped up to meet them. It's kind of nice to go into a school year and really have an expectation of, we're doing school again the way that we were trained to do it before COVID.
And how would you say that COVID impacted teachers?
I marvel at the fact that our teaching staff was able to do as well as they could on very short notice. That being said, some of the things that our teachers are utilizing every day, quite frankly, they wouldn't have been there unless COVID had happened. So we have a lot more teachers using interactive software. We have a lot more of, we get used to the Teams and the Zooms for meetings. Well, those have very good ways of being utilized in the classroom. So all of our kids have access to Teams. And quite frankly, we were able to to get kids computers and go one-to-one much faster than if we'd been simply asked to implement it over a number of years. The necessity of COVID and the things that it was forced upon us have actually turned out to be, in some cases, a positive because it really made us come up to speed quicker.
Those were Riley Fitzgerald's interviews. This is just a piece of her longer conversation with Superintendent Peterson. You can find the extended version on our website or our YouTube channel, which is under Apple Valley News Now. And coming up tomorrow on Good Morning Northwest, we'll sit down with Superintendent Tricia Mooney with the Hermiston School District. Tonight, we are under a month until the November general election here in Washington State, and Franklin County Fire District 3 is planning to hold 2 informational meetings regarding a levy lid lift on the ballot. So if approved, the levy would increase 30 cents to $1.34. That's per $1,000 of assessed property value. It would cost the owner of a $300,000 home an additional $90 per year, about $750 per month. If approved, it would add a full-time firefighter, 2 seasonal firefighters for wildfire season, more protective gear, an ambulance, and water tender treatments. It would also pay for renovations to Station 33 so that could be staffed 24 hours and add decontamination facilities to protect firefighters. So those meetings are coming up October 21st at 9 a.m. and October 24th at 6 p.m., both at Fire Station 36 in Pasco. And new at 6:30, Benton Fire District 1 and Kennewick Fire Department held a fire prevention open house this evening, specifically focused on kids. It is Fire Prevention Week, and this event helps to raise awareness, prepare kids for disasters, provide hands-only CPR demos, and teach them about cooking safety, which is the theme of this week. Now, this is going on for about another 25 minutes. It ends at 7 o'clock tonight. It is happening at the Fire Training Center on South Ely Street in Kennewick. It is a nice fall evening in the Tri-Cities. Stacy Lee joins us live from Goose Ridge Winery in Richland.
And we just got to see this beautiful sunset on a gorgeous fall night. Goose Ridge Fall Market continues. A lot of folks out here having a great time. Look at that sky. It's been absolutely gorgeous. Now, the sun has set. And like I said, grab a coat because we're starting to feel that little chill of fall in the air. So again, a great time here at Goose Ridge. The event going until 8 o'clock tonight. There's still live music. It's family friendly. I've even seen lots of folks with their dogs down here, so it's dog friendly as well. And lots of vendors to check out as well. And of course, you can go taste and sample some of the great Goose Ridge wine here tonight. So having a lot of fun out here. Beautiful evening. Here's what's up in the weather in the next few days. Well, tonight we're going to have clear and cool conditions, mostly clear skies, a few clouds lingering around, more increasing clouds on Friday, which could bring a few showers to the area and impact our chance of seeing the solar eclipse. Slightly warmer on the weekend and more rain coming our way next week. Let's take a look at those conditions tonight. Again, those temperatures sliding down into the lower 40s tonight, so a little on the chilly side. Grab your coat out the door. But look at tomorrow. We're going to see partly sunny skies with temperatures close to 70 degrees. In Yakima, again, a chilly night tonight with temperatures dropping down into the lower 40s, climbing up to the mid 60s tomorrow with partly cloudy skies throughout the day. I do want to let you know there's a freeze warning tonight in Wallowa County. It could be dangerous to crops or sensitive plants and could see damage to water pipes. So be aware of that tonight if you live in the area. Planning your day tomorrow, again, a little bit chilly out the door. Temperatures close to the 60s there by noon and near 70 degrees by the afternoon. That's taking a look at your first alert forecast. We'll have more on the way. Alyssa?
Thanks, Stacey. And we continue to track developing news from Capitol Hill, where House Majority Leader Steve Scalise now says he's no longer interested in being the House Speaker. So 113 Republican lawmakers agreed to support Scalise, but he needed at least 217 votes. This evening, Scalise abruptly announced that he is withdrawing. That means even more delays in the search for a House Speaker, as the House is still unable to get any other work done until this process is complete. Over in the Senate, a United States Senator is already facing federal corruption charges for the second time in a decade. Now he's charged with conspiracy to act as a foreign agent. The Justice Department filed charges against Senator Bob Menendez from New Jersey last month, accusing him and his wife of accepting bribes. Well, they've both pleaded not guilty, but today Federal prosecutors added another charge, accusing Menendez of taking orders from Egypt. Now, first of all, it's illegal for any member of Congress to act as a foreign agent, but prosecutors say Menendez and his wife also failed to register as agents working on behalf of Egypt. Now, the Foreign Agents Registration Act from 1938 says that anybody engaging in certain activities, which includes anything political, on behalf of a foreign government has to be upfront about it. Well, how long will you live after you retire? The findings from a recent survey that revealed something might shock you about men and retirement planning. The details are coming up. It is a pleasant evening around Eastern Washington. Stacey Lee will join us live once again from Goose Ridge Winery in Richland, tracking your first alert forecast. Plus, protecting children from online danger. 2 states take action to guard young minds from social media. You're watching Apple Valley News Now at 6:30.
Portions of Apple Valley News Now, sponsored by Lord's Health and Trios Health, making communities healthier.
That sound. Wolves. Boy, they sound hungry.
Load up, wolves!
Good thing this Ford Explorer has Sync 3 technology. Keeps them entertained on the way to dinner.
Get a great deal on an Explorer, only at your local Ford dealer.
Did you know Astria Health has the only team of neurosurgeons in the Lower Valley? Patients no longer need to travel long distances to receive the spine care they need. Patients with spinal tumors, stenosis, herniated or degenerative disc diseases, spine trauma, fractures, or spinal cord injury can be seen by an Astria neurosurgeon in Prosser, Sunnyside, or Zillah. Ask your primary care provider for a referral to one of our neurosurgeons. Astria Health, exceptional rural health care close to home.
Are you looking for a bank that has traditional values and modern solutions? Are you looking for a bank that is member-owned? Are you looking for a bank that leaves a lasting impact on the community? I've got news for you. You're not looking for a bank. Belong to something better. Join Hapo Community Credit Union, where you are more than just a member. Visit hapo.org to join today. Where do you credit union?
A guy wearing a mask took your son. He gets snatched by somebody?
Friday night.
Who would do this?
We may finally have an answer to a mystery over 25 years old.
David Muir, Deborah Roberts, the all-new 2020, Friday night on ABC.
Since 1975, the Tri-Cities Food Bank has been meeting the need of the hungry here in our community, 40% of which are children. Yokes and McCurley, they do this food drive, which we count on every year. When people go and buy a car there, they are supporting the Tri-Cities Food Bank, and we can never say thank you enough.
Find your way home in a new, used, or certified pre-owned vehicle from McCurley Mazda.
This is not just laundry. This is laundry that's one and done. This is the ultra-fast combo laundry machine that does both washing and drying cycles. This is revolutionizing laundry. This is GE Profile.
Fred's has the GE Profile one and done laundry machine in stock and on sale for only $24.99. Fred's Appliance. We sell appliances. Only appliances.
At Bruce Heating and Air, your comfort is our business. With over 30 years of professional HVAC experience for residential and commercial properties, you can rest assured your heating and air system is in good hands. In addition to providing quality heating, air conditioning, ventilation, and installation services, Bruce Heating and Air also houses a full-service sheet metal fabrication shop.
Now, through December 31st, receive rebates up to $1,400 off on a new Daikin Fit system when you finance from Bruce Heating and Air. Terms and conditions apply. See dealer for details.
That sound. Wolves. Boy, they sound hungry.
Load up, wolves!
Good thing this Ford Explorer has Sync 3 technology. Keeps them entertained on the way to dinner.
Get a great deal on an Explorer, only at your local Ford dealer.
Welcome back. In a new push tonight to protect children from social media. Utah and New York both now taking action to give parents more control over what their children see online. ABC's Andrea Fujii explains.
A new proposal to keep kids safe online.
Social media platforms manipulate the content children see online to keep them on the platforms as long as possible.
Lawmakers in New York argue algorithms, which suggest content based on a user's perceived interests, are keeping kids addicted to social media.
It preys on you. You don't ask for this content.
It finds its way to you by very sophisticated ways.
The governor calling algorithms the new tobacco.
We prohibit cigarettes and alcohol. Teenagers can't have access to them because it's a threat to their health.
So state officials are now proposing legislation that would allow parents to opt their kids out of getting feeds based on those automated algorithms. Instead, kids would see only the sites they follow. Utah is also taking aim at algorithms. The state is suing TikTok, claiming the platform's algorithms are getting minors addicted.
Our focus right now is on young people whose brains are not fully developed. And these companies are very well of what they're doing.
TikTok responding, saying the app has industry-leading safeguards and saying it will continue to work to keep its community safe by tackling industry-wide challenges. Meta, owner of Facebook and Instagram, says it too has parental supervision tools. And the company defends algorithms, saying they allow teens to find like-minded communities. But recent studies show the impact social media is having on young people's mental health. The Surgeon General says teens who use social media more than 3 hours per day are twice as likely as other kids to experience anxiety and depression.
From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Stacy Lee.
Go ahead, you can put that on if you want. Say hello, Jim. And good evening. Yes, we are live tonight here at Goose Ridge. It's the fall market. My new friend, Charmaine. Charmin. That's okay. And Becky.
I'm Becky.
And out here having a good time, ladies. Have you had a great evening?
Absolutely. We always love coming to Goose Ridge.
And what do you think about the wine, Becky?
Oh, I just love it. We always have a good time here.
And more importantly, what do you think about the weather tonight?
Beautiful. Yep. It's a last-minute surprise.
There you go.
Perfect weather.
So we're ending our night here at the fireside. And again, just one of the many things to do, including the market, the wine tasting, and all the food vendors having a great time here. Again, all right, cheers to my new friends.
Cheers.
And let's check out that weather forecast. All right, well, the good news moving into the weekend is we're going to see temperatures just slightly warmer than we first thought earlier in the week. We'll be slightly above that average with fairly nice temps over the weekend in the mid-70s there in the Columbia Basin, then decreasing as we head into next week. And we have another frontal system coming into the area. Yakima again gradually gets up to just slightly above average into the weekend and then cooling back down. So temperature-wise, we're going to be sitting right around the averages as we head through the next several days. Let's take a look at our satellite and radar. That ridge of high pressure has moved in over the area. Most of the active weather now headed towards the Midwest, but there is another system brewing out on the Pacific, and that could slide in as early as Friday afternoon, evening into Saturday morning. Here's what our next 3 days look. Again, the active weather there in the Midwest. There's that frontal system kind of sitting out, pushing in off the coast. And again, it looks like it's going to bring most of those showers to the west side of the state, possibly the Yakima and Kittitas Valley. So on the east slopes of the Cascade, but otherwise we'll probably stay dry here going into the weekend into the Columbia Basin. Futurecast, again, we have a easterly flow of winds through the evening tonight. Winds are nice and light out there. As we move through the night, you'll start to see those clouds building into tomorrow. This is noon. That's when we'll start to see that overcast, cloudy conditions moving in and those showers sliding across the Cascades. Again, looks mostly like Yakima and Ellensburg could see a few raindrops tomorrow afternoon. As we get into our Friday night, there's a slight chance of a stray shower coming through the Columbia Basin and Tri-Cities. Saturday morning, now this is about the time of the eclipse, around 9 a.m. There might be enough clearing to possibly see it, but it's not looking real good. We're expecting overcast conditions and again, more showers possible on Saturday night. If you do want to catch that eclipse, you probably want to head to Central Oregon, south of Bend, somewhere in that region, and you can probably get a pretty good view. But again, I don't think the clouds are going to cooperate for this solar eclipse. Let's talk about those gusty to breezy winds. They're not looking too bad this evening, pretty light. As we get into our Friday morning, you'll see some light breezes, a little windy in the Hanford Reach area for those fishermen out on the Columbia River. We'll see those winds picking up along the foothills of the Blues tomorrow at 4 p.m. Slightly breezy in the Yakima and Kittitas Valley. Getting into our Saturday morning, that's when we'll see those strong gusty winds in the Columbia Basin. The good news is those winds will start to decrease as we move through the day. By about midday, we'll start to see relief from those breezy to gusty winds. Let's take a look at those temperatures overnight tonight. Again, on the chilly side, there is a freeze warning in Wallowa County tonight. Again, could see some freezing to pipes and possibly to sensitive plants and vegetation. Let's take a look at our temps tomorrow. Again, warmer. Look at those 70s return to the foothills of the Blues. 70 Tri-Cities. We're in the upper 60s in Yakima and the Kittitas Valley. Planning your day into the weekend looking pretty good, although overcast and not going to be real favorable to view that eclipse. Tri-Cities a little bit warmer over the weekend. I'm liking the looks of those temperatures in the 70s and the overnight lows not too chilly. In Walla Walla, however, we'll see again those overcast conditions once again Friday night into Saturday with nice warm temperatures into the 70s. Stay with us. We've got more on the way. Alyssa?
Thanks, Stacey. Up next, heading into the golden years, what men are underestimating that could impact retirement savings. That's next on Apple Valley News Now at 6:30.
Hi, Mo. I need your help. My humans were run off the road by a car that drove off. What should we do? The law says you have 72 hours to report it to law enforcement to make a claim on their insurance, so have them go do a police report? Thanks, Mo. You're the best, hun. I'll give Brumback and Autumn a call. That way, I can come see you.
Brumback and Autumn, Bulldog Tough.
Ace is the place with the helpful hardware, folks.
There's nothing like a fresh coat of paint to transform a home, a room, or a piece of furniture. No matter the project, the folks at your local Ace Hardware store are here to help you with all your paint needs. With our wide selection of premium brand paints and accessories, the experts at Ace will make sure you have everything you need to complete your paint project, no matter how big or small. Come see us today.
Does your bath or shower need a remodel? Bathfitter can do it all. We will remove your existing fiberglass tub or shower and replace it with a custom crafted shower or soaker tub. All made in America at our state-of-the-art factory. We rebuild your walls with new drywall and install a custom-made tub or shower with seamless walls in as little as 1 day. All work is guaranteed and built to last. Call your locally owned Bathfitter store now to book your free in-home estimate or visit bathfitter.com.
Now's the time to get a great deal on select Kubota equipment. Part of the #1 rated tractor brand for durability and owner experience in the U.S., they offer the versatility and reliability to get the job done right, all year round. Right now at participating dealers, get a Kubota compact tractor for 0 down, 0% APR for 84 months.
Find a Kubota dealer near you at gokubota.com.
The White Card, a powerful resource for former Hanford and DOE employees. If you worked in the area and have come down with cancer, lung disease, Parkinson's, or renal failure, you may be eligible for financial compensation and healthcare services. A simple phone call can get the process started. Atomic Home Health. Don't wait. Call today.
We're Washington Broadband, Yakima's original internet company, with over 250 square miles of fixed wireless, 60 miles of cable, 20 miles of fiber to the home. We are serious internet. Throughout the year, our crews are building fiber and cable to homes and businesses in the upper Yakima Valley. We've never raised our prices in 28 years. With 7-day-a-week support, we're also a phone company. Go to WABroadband.com to find us. We're Yakima's hometown source to the world.
Apple Valley News Now talks with school superintendents as they tackle challenges facing our kids.
Connections with an adult is critical.
Friday, the Hermiston School District. Super sit-downs this week on Good Morning Northwest from Apple Valley News Now on your side. Portions of Apple Valley News Now sponsored by Lord's Health and Trios Health, making communities healthier.
Welcome back. I have a quick update for you this evening. Kennewick Police posted online about a train stopped on the tracks near Kamiakin High School. I can tell you now that traffic is flowing at Edison and Medline Avenue. That's where the delay was happening earlier, so it looks like they got it cleared up. Now, a new survey suggests that men underestimate how long they'll live in retirement. The TIAA Institute researchers and the Global Financial Literacy Excellence Center surveyed more than 3,500 adults about how long a 65-year-old in the United States lives on average. Only a third of the males responding to the survey had the correct answer, which is 19 years for men. 36% of the female respondents had the correct answer, which is 22 years for women. The Walk to End Alzheimer's takes place this Saturday morning in Richland. It's organized by the Alzheimer's Association. Registration begins at 10 Saturday morning at John Dam Plaza. The walk starts at 11. Now, this event raises awareness and money for care, support, and research. According to the Washington Association, Washington State is home to 120,000 patients with Alzheimer's or dementia, 300,000 caregivers. You're watching Apple Valley News Now. We're back with a final check of your weather in a moment.
When you or your loved one has been seriously injured, you want the best law firm on your side. Abeta Nelson Injury Law is the most highly awarded and experienced personal injury firm in Central Washington. Our office has secured the most million-dollar car crash recoveries in Central Washington. You can trust us to have your back. The time for bringing your claim is limited, so don't wait. Call us today for a no-obligation consultation. Abeta Nelson, we take your injury personally.
Thank you for getting groceries, Mija.
Of course. Happy to help. Will Medicare cover any of these bills?
I thought it would, but it doesn't.
We'll get through this. I will always be here for you.
I know. But what about you? I don't ever want you to be in this situation.
Don't worry, Dad. With WA Cares, I'm earning long-term care benefits with each paycheck. That money will be there when I need it.
Find out how the WA Cares Fund can help.
At Affordable Dentures and Implants, we believe in the healing power of a new smile, the way it makes you look and feel, the way a smile lights up a room, so people can see the best version of you, which is why we make new smiles affordable for everyone, so you don't need to wait another day to get your smile back. Scan the QR code to learn more, or visit affordabledentures.com.
Go ahead and smile.
A successful real estate transaction requires a team of professionals. At Windermere, our team consists of experienced realtors to guide you through the process. With Windermere on your side and confidence in your real estate journey.
Join the fun at this year's Free Fall Festival, October 12th and 14th. 2 days of free fun, movie night at Fairchild Cinemas in Pasco, and fun and games at Volunteer Park. Brought to you by Gisa Credit Union, Lord's Health, and Pasco Parks and Recreation.
One good round deserves another at Zentel Creek Golf Club in Kennewick. Stay warm inside with state-of-the-art golf simulators, or book banquet space for your next family or professional event. Weekends liven up with select live music events throughout the season. Go to zentelcreek.com to find the list of live music options and make reservations for golf, dinner, drinks, and fun all year round.
You heard a screech outside at night, but you can't see what it is because there's not enough light. You need the Bionic Floodlight from Bell & Howell, the solar-powered motion-activated multi-directional floodlight, the versatile wireless, safety, security, and outdoor lifestyle light you'll love. And right now, it's yours for just $29.99, and the shipping is free. Order now, and we'll send a second Bionic Floodlight. Just pay a separate fee. Here's how to order.
Call 1-800-248-8281 or order online at bionicfloodlight.com.
The best way to end your day.
That is good TV.
Friends, tonight at 11:05.
We had an absolute blast here at Goose Ridge Winery for the fall market. In case you missed it this year, it's still going till 8, by the way. Put it on your calendar for next year. And if you're not doing anything else a little bit later tonight, you can join us at Twiggs for our Golden Bachelor viewing party. I'll be there in just a little bit. Let's take a look at that 7-day planning forecast. Have a great evening.
Watching, you can always find the latest on our website, applevalleynewsnow.com. We'll be back with more news tonight at 11.